but do they really live a lifestyle that can sustain multiple women? You know, do you make enough money to support multiple households if you have children by both women? Are you emotionally available and emotionally intelligent enough to sustain a whole relationship, not just a sexual one, not just a financial one, but an all-encompassing relationship with more than one woman? Because trying to fill two cups from one is a lot. And so, but when you have women who want all of you, you have more than one woman who wants all of you, are you really capable of providing that? So it's really cute to say, yeah, we're meant to have more than one because of how the mechanics of sex, and we're just predators and whatever else you want to say. But can you really sustain two women is my question. And that is it.
All right. So that is what you would call, like you said, your Mike Lowry stage. You don't think men should be in that stage past what age?
I wouldn't give it an age because I can understand a man. I know a man that I dated who got married young, and when he got a divorce, he was on the other side of 35. He didn't have that stage, but when he got divorced, I would have understood if he did, because like he got married like almost straight out of high school. So he never, so I feel like I give credence for people to live, to enter into different stages, however their life, whatever their life journey is. I don't say you should only be there from 20 to 25. Like, ideally, yeah, but different people live different lives that take them into different places. So I just don't think it should be a long lasting thing. So the old man might be married for 50 years and his wife might die, and then he might enter a Mike Lowry stage because he don't want to commit to nobody else because that was the love of his life. Whatever.
Go ahead, Pope. Go ahead, man. You muted.
You
bro.
muted.
That better?
There you go.
Yeah.
I would just like to set one quick ground rule, because when she mentions the Mike Lowry stage, then she also mentions all these different, it depends on this and that. It could be a certain age. So let's just all agree that the Mike Lowry of the world, I mean, ladies, sometimes there's dogs out there. These dudes are just dogs. Mm-hmm. We get that part. I'm not here to talk about dogs. I'm not here to talk about a dude that just never plans on getting right. He's just going to do his thing no matter what. I'm not talking about that guy. I'm not talking about Mike Lowry's. I'm talking about men that are good dudes, but even if they are in a relationship or something, especially in their 20s or their 30s, they have a hankering for other women. They actually have a desire for other women. Or they may be in their 30s and they may be single, but they want to date and be with multiple women. But I'm saying that these are good guys, really. Not no Mike Lowry, not no dog dude. Just he's
Can
a
you
good
clarify?
dude.
Can you clarify what you mean? What do you mean by hankering? Like what? When you have a desire for other women, in what way? What are you desiring of a woman when you desire her?
He wants to.
When you already have a wife or whatever at home. It's just sexual.
Yes, he has an eye for another woman. Like he's looking at other women. He may want to have a one night stand, or he may want to have a rendezvous or whatever. But he's looking at other women, multiple women. But
okay. And so I want to be clear. That's not even polygamy or polyamory. Not that I am a expert on those things, because I don't believe in them myself, but to me, though, at least polygamy and polyamory is still agreements against all consenting adults. Mm-hmm. Whereas if you go and have a one night stand and you have a wife, that's still like you still dipping out. You still are not being honest.
I'm just trying to establish some ground rules. So let's go with whether it's a polygamy relationship or it's not. Because at the end of the day, when a man cheats and they're with somebody, if you've been cheated on and you stay with them, you're in a polygamy relationship anyway. You're just not willing to be in it. So all I'm trying to say is this guy just requires multiple women. He just has a desire for some other woman sometimes. And now whether he wants to have a polygamy relationship and he agrees on it, that's one thing, or he's in a relationship and he is cheating. But either way, he really wants multiple women. He desires multiple women.
Yeah, I mean, some dudes are just like that. Go ahead. I want you to go ahead.
I was gonna pass it to just because we had a little bit of conversation earlier. I would like to pass it to Ashley because to me that sounds like a problem with self-control.
I was just waiting.
Go ahead, please.
Okay, so I did watch part 1 of this, and if I'm getting the name correct, what's the guy name? Jones. What's his name?
Jesse.
Jesse.
Oh, Jesse.
Jesse.
Shout out to my man Jesse.
Yes. Jesse spoke a lot about men needing to fill a void. And when I hear Marian speak and she speaks about a cup, because that's what I think about. I think about this cup. And it's like, what is happiness? How do we determine happiness? What does happiness mean? To me, happiness is fulfillment. So if I got a cup, my own cup, and my cup is filled and there's no hole at the bottom, I don't need multiple people to try to fill my cup. If my cup got a hole at the bottom because there's a void, then multiple people is going to keep filling that cup and it's going to keep draining. And it's going to keep draining because there's a void there. There's something that's empty there. And so if somebody is looking for multiple, what are you looking for in these multiple women? Is my question. Are you looking for fulfillment out of each woman? Like, what are you looking for in multiple women? Hold on just a second, my baby crying.
That's all good.
Oh, Lily.
So, is that a question that we should ask right now? What are we looking for in multiple women?
Yes, because when I asked Poke that, I feel like he said it was just a sexual hankering. So please correct me if I'm wrong.
All right, let me clarify real quick. In at least 2022, but in my experience and in most men experience that I speak with, men are looking for two things, and that's peace and happiness. And we are not finding peace and happiness with women. So a lot of times when men are with other women, yeah, it may look like just a sexual thing, but really they're looking for some peace and happiness from a woman. They are loyal to the woman that they're with. They want to stay with this woman. They do love this woman, but this woman does not provide peace and happiness. And that really, really is an ongoing thing. Most men, we just want some peace and some damn happiness. If we can't get it at home, then we may seek it elsewhere.
So I guess the question will be after that is, well, go ahead, Jalila.
Okay, peace, I get that, because even as a woman, like, that's not gender-based. As a woman, I want whoever I'm dealing with to be peaceful and to be bringing me peace. But as far as happiness goes, no one can bring that to you. I'm sorry. That's an inside job. So if you're feeling unhappy, it's not because of the other person. It's something that you haven't realized is lacking within you. Something that you need to hone in on, focus on, center on, all of that, because life has taught me that no one can provide happiness for you. They can be showering you with gifts, time, attention, all of that. But if you're just unhappy internally, that's just what you're going to feel. I can agree with the peace factor, but happiness is your job.
Which means that hole at the bottom of the cup is just going to keep draining.
Absolutely.
So what is it within you that is not happy with yourself that you now have to go seek that in so many different women?
I would generally agree with that, because for the most part, happiness does need to come from you. I generally agree with that. However, peace is the one thing that will always affect your happiness. If you don't have a peaceful home, you cannot be happy. Impossible. That's not something that can come from you. If your partner is not a peaceful person, if your partner always argues, if your partner is always mad and upset, if your partner is a warmonger, you're never going to be happy. Period, point blank.
So at what
So
point
it
does the
sounds like
man start having his own self-worth, self-respect to where he makes a decision to exit the relationship that is no
That was my
longer peaceful?
question.
Well, he doesn't
When
want to
when
be
yes,
does
with
the
her.
man
yes.
make the decision for himself? He doesn't wait on a woman to make it for the decision for him. When does the man make the decision for himself to exit the relationship that is no longer healthy and beneficial for him?
What you're really asking me is, when will a man make a decision that will make me not get hurt? The man is going to do what the man want to do.
No matter
If
what.
I want to keep this woman, I'm going to keep her. If this is my family, I'm going to keep them. I'm not going to come to
Why do
you
you want to keep that?
because it may be a family, or you're married. One thing that most men will not do, once men decide to get married, it's going to be hard to get them to divorce you. Usually 80% of all divorces is filed by the woman, because once a man makes that decision to go ahead and get married, they're going to go ahead and stick in there. But if it ain't a peaceful situation, a man will go out there and seek peace other places. But as far as looking out for you, I'm going to make this great decision just so you won't be hurt. Nah, that might not happen.
First
So
off,
question.
my
Go ahead,
thing is
Marcus.
always, because we see a lot of women who are in certain abusive situations or whatever the case is, and everybody like, well, why don't you just leave? Why don't you just leave? So do y'all think it's just so simple for a man because he's not so happy in this relationship just to be like, you know what, I'm out of here. Fuck y'all. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Especially like you said, if you got kids and all that type of stuff, you're just supposed to hop up and just listen. I'm not happy. I'm leaving.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, because physical abuse and mental and financial abuse is not the same thing as having a nagging wife. Like, you can leave, and actually staying for the kids is not good for the children. Having them watch y'all be miserable day in and day out is not good for them. So yeah,
But
I don't want to hear that. Oh, it's because we're
like
family.
that. I think that
And
men
then-
and women both have a struggle in knowing when it's time to leave. Because
Absolutely.
for
That's
whatever
true.
reason, we don't give men enough credit in having their own decision to just leave. We don't.
If we do make that decision for ourselves, a lot of times is, damn, you ain't shit. You left
or
your
you done
family
abandoned
for
your
another
family.
for another woman.
Right.
That's not
Black
what y'all would
women
say.
don't
Though
create
y'all
the
wouldn't say
space
that.
for.
Yeah, women would not say he left his family for another woman. Y'all know exactly what he's going to say. You know what I'm saying? Y'all gonna use a lot of cuss words, but you know what I'm saying? Like I said, I just feel like we don't get that courtesy of us not being happy, and we just gonna leave,
Right.
because we get talked bad about.
I agree.
Bad about regardless.
Okay,
Around.
so then when
Okay.
you're
I don't care about that part though.
What do you mean we're gonna be talked bad about regardless? And I just want to let everybody know Candoria Laguerre has finally
Hey,
joined
y'all.
us. She's been off for a
Hey.
couple
Hey, girl.
shows, so it's good to have her back on the show. She did not participate in part one of this, so she's going to do the second part, which is majority women and how they feel, and me and Pope gonna try to hold it down. But anyway, like I said, what you mean we're gonna get talked bad about regardless?
I mean, you say, oh, they're gonna look at you and say, oh, you ain't shit. They're gonna say that anyway. If you leave,
but I think again, there's levels to not being shit. And if we just leave our family, that's different than the shit y'all gonna talk because we stepped out on y'all.
break up, you can still be a father to your children if that's the case.
Thank you.
You have to no
Yeah.
longer.
Yeah.
Hold on. Depending on the type of woman that she is, she's just going to let your life be normal and not try to raise hell in your life.
But then that doesn't.
Because a lot of y'all do that.
Her
Oh,
not.
I left. So you know what I'm going to do now? I'm going to make it hell for you to see your kids.
She can
Oh,
do
just
that.
go to court.
Well, you
Act
already-
like motherfucking going to court is just that
That's
simple.
why you out seeking peace.
That's like what?
right.
You're already in hell according to you. That's why you out seeking peace.
Okay, so
Exactly.
if I'm leaving to seek peace and I still have to deal with hell,
You're
shit.
doing it anyway.
How? Okay, well, the hell that I'm dealing with shouldn't have to be I can't see my kid, or I have to only see my kids when you say so because you're mad I left you.
It doesn't have to be like
But
that.
a lot of times it is.
A lot of times it's not.
Okay, but why should it be that way anyways? If
I'm not-
I'm leaving,
It should never be that way.
I'm
Okay, but that's what I'm saying. Y'all want a man to leave because he's unhappy, and if he has to think in his mind, if I leave, I may have to deal with this. which may
I
be
think
worse than what
that
I'm dealing with,
you
and just hearing you nag and all of this other shit. Me not get, you know what I'm saying?
And
So it's
then
like
how do
we're
you
really in a
even
rock,
expect
stuck
to
between a
ever have
rock
a
and a hard
peaceful
place.
home? How do you expect to ever have a peaceful home when you're doing outside extracurricular activities?
Well, I'm probably doing extra outside curricular activity because I don't want to be here anymore. Possibly
Okay,
that's the
so
Is
reason.
but
my
in
point
that case,
exactly.
if you're stepping out because home's not peaceful, if you're not being honest and truthful about you seeking peace elsewhere, do you think when this woman at home finds out that you're doing that, that home is going to magically become more peaceful? No, it's going to become a bigger hell. And then what? So
Okay, so
it's
what do we
like,
do? What do we
please
do as
and
just
men?
leave.
and then the
It
reason why
sounds
you
like
deal
you
with the
either you
woman
need to
giving you
leave.
issues when you leave, and you talking about the kids and everything else, because now you've hurt the woman. Now you've hurt her. So
Okay.
now I have to deal with what it looks like to deal with a hurt woman, when you could have been honest from the gate and said, look, I'm just not happy. Let's sit down as adults, let's sit down as parents, and
Thank
let's
you.
let's figure
Yes.
out what we need to
And
do
that
in the
might
best
hurt
interest of our
too,
And
child.
that's where
And
I was
that
just about
may
to
hurt
go.
too.
but it's going
That
to
may
hurt
hurt too.
less than
Exactly. And it's gonna
Depending
come
on
with a
the
expecting
level
you
of
to be a
situation.
certain
respect.
way. Because if
Agreed.
we don't have an agreement that, okay, we're in an open relationship, so I know that you're doing you, whatever. If I think deep down in my mind, we are in a committed, just me and you one on one, ain't no outside nothing. If I find out just because we going through some rough times that you stepping out, that's gonna hurt way worse than you being like, listen, this ain't working out no more. I'm no longer happy. I think we need to
Mhm.
go separate ways. Yeah, that's gonna hurt, but it's not gonna hurt as much as me finding out you lying, you sleeping around, you doing this, that, and the third. If that's what I'm
I
expecting out of you.
I feel like this goes back to a point that I raised last time, which was we in our generation and our today's society do not put enough work into the relationships that we have, be it marriage or otherwise. We are so quick to just cast it aside. We are so quick to step outside and do extracurriculars instead of doing the work. First of all, doing the work beforehand, especially when you're talking about marriage, there's so much pre-work to be done, but also doing the work while you're together. Or what is y'all communication like? It sounds like it's trash. Like,
I
what
mean, but
is
what
she
about
doing
doing
that's
the
not
work when you
peaceful?
just by yourself? Doing the work
That
before
point
before
too.
you even enter relationship, doing the work before you even
Hmm.
enter the phase of marriage. So then
What
now
work
I
is that?
know,
What
I
work you
know what
talking
my
about?
communication style is. I know what my triggers are. I know how to now approach whatever we may go through. I now know
Hmm.
how to approach that differently because I've done some work on myself. Not meaning that once you end something with somebody, it's not just other things that pop up and you gotta, y'all have to work through those things together, but it's an individual level of work that is just all yours. It
But
has
like that's what I'm trying,
absolutely
as
nothing to
an
do with
individual,
nobody.
as an individual, how do you work? Because it seems like a lot of things that you were saying you have to work on by the trial and error of being with somebody else.
Not
I don't.
always.
I think
There's
you
work
can
to
work
do.
on
The work
things
to
by
be done.
yourself.
Like what?
Relationships
It
highlight
involves knowing
pieces of your
yourself.
work. Yeah, relationships highlight the pieces of the work that you haven't been able to identify by yourself. I can work on Ashley all day long. I can work on what Ashley likes and dislikes, what makes Ashley upset, how Ashley can better respond to the things that she's able to identify that triggers her. But once I'm in relationship with somebody, it may be stuff that come up from my childhood that I done seen that happen in relationships with other people that now affect me, but I didn't know they were going to affect me while I was by myself until I got in relationship with somebody else. You get what I'm saying? So like
Gotcha.
if I've never seen healthy relationship as a child, and now I go into relationship thinking what I've seen was normal, I'm now in
Hmm.
relationship normalizing the dysfunction that I've seen as a child. I'm not able to identify that when I'm just by myself because I'm just out here, I'm by myself. You know what I mean? But now I'm in relationship with somebody and I'm just going off of what I seen. I'm going off of what I know.
Yeah, and I think that's kind of what we all do. You know what I mean? You go into relationships based on the experiences that you had through life. No?
Yeah, but you have to do the work of assessing. It's a self-assessment. Are the things that I experienced and witnessed the most healthy that, examples that I can use? Or is there a better way? Like you have to go and do like self-reflection before you bring somebody else into your situation. So matter of fact, I just saw a reel yesterday where this Hispanic woman was saying how she almost passed up on her husband because he came at her a peaceful way. They would have an issue and he would say, hey, let's talk about it. He wouldn't get all crazy and all that. And she said she mistook that as he didn't fight for their love. But she realized later on that it was because she was just used to so much toxicity and chaos when she was growing up. She thought that's what love was supposed to look like. And she had to learn that no, like love looks like sitting down, talking it out, and figuring out what the issue is in a peaceful manner.
Okay, so I get all of that, but even back to because I think we got a little off, just a little bit. But wow, I think I said in the last video too. Why is it there has to be some kind of trauma or something that this man is dealing with of why he likes his picks? You know what I'm saying? He chooses what he wants. He's not tied down to anybody. You know what I'm saying? He's 35-year-old man. What?
Me personally, I don't think it has to be trauma, but
why does it have to be anything wrong with him at all?
I mean, I just feel like it depends on how you're going about it. Now, if you are being and you are vocally saying like, hey, look, you ain't the only one I'm sleeping with. You feel me? You cool. We can kick it from time to time, but this ain't it. Like you feel me? I like you. We have fun together, but I'm still messing around with somebody else. Then okay, I can feel that. But a lot of times that's not the case and they're being misleading. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I want to trick this person and I want to trick that person. And I have experienced myself and I have men tell me themselves, like, I have self-sabotaged things because I felt like this person was just too good to me, or like, this is too good to be true, or I don't have anything. Why would she want me? You know what I'm saying? And not that she did anything wrong or he felt like she ain't like him or didn't care about him or whatever the case may be. So, I mean, me personally, I don't know why that would be, but I know for a fact that does happen. You know what I'm saying?
I agree. That happens.
I can't say,
always say.
I can't say why that would be, you know what I'm saying? But I know for a fact that does happen. And I mean, hell, maybe women do it too. I don't know. But I have seen it. So in that case, I wouldn't say that all men fit in that box. You know what I'm saying? But that is the case for some. That is the case for some.
I don't know if you guys know who Don't Call Me White Girl is. She has a podcast. She used to be on Million Dollars Worth of Game. Y'all know what I'm talking about? Well, she did an episode on, or she was on Lip Service, Angela Yee's Lip Service. And she talked about how, I think she was married twice or engaged twice, some shit like that, but she cheated. And basically her reasoning behind it is because she didn't want basically to have a one-up on her. So she was like, fuck it, I'm gonna cheat first. So when he does do it, I'm not so hurt. But now that's kind of fucked up if these men are really, really good men and they didn't do anything to you at all for you to believe that they were doing X, Y, and Z. And you didn't just went out and cheated on them because of, I guess, your insecurity.
I mean,
I would say that she needs a therapist.
Yeah, I agree that is fucked up. But men do it all the time. And I don't hear you saying that's fucked up.
I'm just saying.
Do it, but not fucked up.
Well, listen, I brought up a specific situation. Why I gotta be men don't?
I feel like
wait a minute. Because that's all y'all did. That's all y'all did last episode was saying. But if women would have done this, if women would have did this, men can't do no. So don't even try that, Marcus.
I feel like be honest with me and let me know what your plan is so you can give me the choice to decide if I want to continue to mingle with you're mingling. And I feel like a lot of the times dudes don't do that simply because a lot of men, even when they want to mess with multiple women, they want to be the only man that woman is messing with. So they make you feel like you're the only one, because even though they're stepping out on you and whoever else, they don't want you stepping out as well. And that's when I call bullshit. Flag on the play. Like, no.
All right, Alana, you've been pretty quiet down there. You got anything that you want to say about this?
I mean, you guys have said a lot. I think the way I think about it, I don't think that a man is wrong for being with multiple women. I don't think anybody is, because I think, like, I'm very much so in I believe in like people expressing their like sexual liberation however they need to.
So you basically have a completely different opinion than most women.
That's not true.
I don't know if that's
multiple people. Just be honest.
I just know my own opinion. I think that as humanity we have to evolve. I don't think that things are just that black and white or that simple. I think that oftentimes I don't even know if it's like a thing of peace. I think as we evolve in different relationships, people understand that there's only so much you can get from one person. And I think that the reason oftentimes cheating and infidelity and things like that happen in dishonesty is because people are not realistic about what they can get out of a relationship. You can have the best partner in the world. They're not going to like meet every one of your needs 100%. That's just not how we're all created. And if a person is not mature enough to handle that, they probably shouldn't be in a relationship. But also on the flip side, there are also those who understand that they can get their needs met by multiple people. And there's nothing wrong with that. I just think they need to be honest, of course. But if a person, a man, a woman, whatever, if they know that they can get their needs met by multiple people, I don't see anything wrong with that. And I don't think it's a trauma thing just because a person has multiple sexual partners.
No, and I don't believe that every man is unhappy simply because he's dealing with multiple women. I think it becomes an issue when he can't be honest. Like, just be honest about your needs, your wants. Like, that's the biggest problem for me. And if the woman that you're dealing with is not receptive or accepting of that, then you have to go seek someone who is okay with living that lifestyle for you. And that's the problem. Men, a lot of times, want to get with women who don't agree with that lifestyle, but then want them to stick around for it. No, go find someone that's on the same. I made up in my mind. I already told y'all, I don't think humans are naturally monogamous. It's something that we're taught. It's something structured. That is what I honestly believe. So yeah, for a man to want multiple women, or even for a woman to want multiple men, or feel like she requires, if I could take this man and mesh them together, I would have the perfect man. That's not abnormal, but it's like, be honest about it. And if you're going to go forward with dealing with multiple people, be honest. And if one of those people ain't okay with it, you got to let them go and find someone who is okay with it. Like, stop trying to hold on to the person that's not willing to live that lifestyle, because there's people out there who are. But if someone seeks monogamy and commitment with one person, let them go find that. Like, don't try to hold them back for your selfish wants and your selfish needs, because there are plenty of people out here, especially when we consider the fact that women do outnumber men on this earth. Trust me, you could find some women that's down with the lifestyle that you want to live. Go find it.
Agreed.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, y'all be killing me with that. Just be honest. You know, wow. That's all you got to do. Just y'all make it seem like it's just so simple. Just be honest with us and everything. No, hey, y'all seen that shit when they be talking about be simple, if you though, just want to fuck, just let me know you want to fuck.
Simple?
Why all right, I want to fuck.
Simple? No one said.
Yeah,
no one said it's gonna be simple.
Why you gotta block the nigga? He be honest with him, and now you gonna block him.
That's what I want. So
You don't have to. Why you gotta block
Right.
But it's
them?
gonna be simple either.
Sorry, sir. That's not something that I'm interested in. You know what I mean? I'm not your cup of tea, blah, blah, blah. I ain't
fuck
gotta
all
block
that.
them.
Blocked.
See? And that's why motherfuckers
But,
won't be honest because of that
Why
type of
not?
shit.
but
Why you
to
gotta
be
block
honest,
them?
That's not a good enough reason. Like she
Go
said,
ahead,
that's because
there's
the
somebody else that'll
honesty
be like,
isn't
"Oh, what's up?"
simple.
Slap,
I
pull
understand
up,
that. But why do y'all have
pull
to be
up.
rude about it? Y'all wanted this man to be honest. He's honest, and now there's like a fucking punishment for him being honest.
No, there's
Because
no
just
punishment. You just
I
say
still
my
can't be fucking friends.
for what?
Oh,
we probably
God.
For
wasn't
what?
friends if you
Go
just
ahead,
want to
bro.
fuck.
And the
But you
fuck,
asked him
right.
that. You just want to fuck. Just let me know you want to fuck. And that's what he said. You know what? Yeah, I just want to fuck.
Okay, and just
And I
like
mean that's
everything
cool,
else in
but I'm
life,
cool on you.
yeah, just because you have the freedom to do and say what you want, it doesn't make you free from consequences.
But what's
Right.
the consequence? The consequences of him saying, I just want to fuck and you're not with it is you're telling him, no, I'm not with that. But why do you have to block him?
Why do you give a fuck?
Why do you have to kick him out of your life?
Why do you give a fuck? This bitch ain't
Because
giving you what
Why
you
do you
want
want to be
anyway.
in my
Why you there?
life? Right.
Okay,
Yeah.
that doesn't
Why
mean
do
that
you want to stick
listen,
around?
there are relationships that people have with each other, and it's just a physical relationship, and they cool. And there's also on the flip side of that. Okay, shit, she didn't want to fuck, but shit, I'm still cool with her. What the fuck? We can still be
Man,
cool.
bye. You ain't want to be cool. You said I just want to fuck.
Yeah.
yeah, you didn't
and
say
in
let's
my
fuck
eyes,
and
I'm
be
looking
friends.
at that in my eyes saying something like that is I don't want to be in a relationship.
No, bye. So you gonna tell
What?
me every girl that you just fucked y'all friends?
That's not what I'm saying.
Okay then. So when you come
But I'm
out and
just
say
saying,
I just want to fuck, I'm going to assume you just
okay, so
want to
do you
fuck. I'm gonna
take
take
it?
what you're saying literally.
Is it better than him to be like, nah, you know what I'm saying? I just want to be cool. Nah, I don't want to just want to be cool. I want to be cool and I want to fuck. Blocked.
I mean, it depends on what that person wants. They don't have to want what you
Mhm.
want.
I didn't say you had to want it.
'Cause-
You know what? Oh, you're right. You're right.
No, because Marcus, I'll be honest. Like I've been in situations where because or who people who don't know me, I tend to have more male friends than female friends, and so I appreciate, just like how Marcus says that he appreciates being able to collaborate with the female opinion. I feel the same way about the male opinion. And so there's been guys that have tried to get at me, but I'm like, nah, but we can still have them conversations though, because those is dope, So depending on who it is, I might be like, yeah, I'm not really interested in that, but you my homie though, but usually guys can't handle that. If I say like,
But
we
I
can
feel
still be
like
homies.
y'all would have to
So-
be cool first before if a dude you ain't never talked to before just message you in your inbox like, yo, I just want to fuck. Nigga, what?
Oh yeah, no. And that's the
think
thing.
that's
Like you
how
just
it
come at me
goes.
with that, then you get blocked. Yeah.
That's what
I
I'm
don't know.
How do
saying.
it
You would
go?
have to be cool first.
Okay, so I'm looking at it as along the lines of you guys have had conversations, whether it's through text messaging, social media, whatever the case is, y'all are cool. And he's like, and you're basically really want to know where this is going. Like, hey, what's going on? And he's like, yo, you know what I mean? Like, we're cool, but I really just want to make this to be a physical thing. So you wanted him to finally be honest with you about where this is going to go. And he's like, well, shit, I'm not trying to lead you on to think that we're about to be in any kind of relationship. So, yeah, it's just a physical thing. We're cool and it's physical.
Yeah.
Now, you don't like that because he was on. What you mean?
It's not that I don't like it. It's just that ain't what I'm trying to do. So, bye.
Yeah.
That's
If we have a rapport,
So
if we
okay,
have a
so you
rapport
guys,
already,
when
and
men,
he comes with me, then I'll explain.
When men, that's what I was going to ask. When men first start trying to talk to y'all, do y'all make that known? I'm looking for a relationship.
No, because maybe I'm not.
Okay.
I do.
him
I
going
am,
along the
and I
lines that he
do
is.
early.
Okay.
I'm not. I just want to see what you about first. I might not even like how you chew. I'm a very particular type of person. So I'm not going to start off with, I'm looking for a relationship. Like, no, I don't feel like that's what
I'm not saying you're looking for a relationship from that motherfucker, but I'm just saying in general that's what it is that you're looking for overall. I'm looking to
I
be in a
still like to
relationship
get
with
to know the
somebody.
person
No,
first.
not me. I'm not really a super relationship type of person. Like, I like my time. I like my space. I like my freedom. I like all of those things.
Well,
Now,
you sound like me.
if we kicking it and it grows into that and that's what it becomes, then I let things fall into place naturally, but I'm not forcing a relationship. I don't start talking to a dude like I'm talking to him in hopes that we gonna end up together. I'm not the person that, oh, we've been texting and now I'm planning my whole life with you in my head. No, I don't get into none of that. None of that. Like no.
So I gotta ask, how
Please.
many of y'all shoot y'all shot?
I don't.
Me, I'll shoot my shot.
I
Love to
don't.
If
hear
I'm
it.
interested, I will shoot my. I have shot my shot and slam
Love to
dunk
hear
that
it.
bitch. Like I will do it. Yes,
Love to hear it.
yes, absolutely.
Yeah, I don't.
Why? For the ones who don't, who are against shooting a shot, why?
For me personally, because I feel like even if a motherfucker don't like me or don't want me, he's still gonna entertain me just because he knows I'm interested. Period.
That's not all the way 100% true.
That's what I feel. You asked me how do I feel, and I'm
I
telling you.
understand, but I'm just
You
saying
said
there's
why,
women
and
who
I'm
shoot
telling
their
you.
shots and you be like, oh, nah. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, I'm not even gonna entertain that.
I mean, yeah, if you like super ugly, super fat, something like seriously wrong with you. Other than that, yeah, the same motherfucker that have been like, yeah, I just want to fuck. He's gonna entertain me.
But I mean,
So
it's not just because you shoot your shot doesn't necessarily mean you're looking for anything in particular. Maybe
I
you
didn't
think
say that. I just said I don't. I like
okay.
a man to approach me. Not to say that doesn't even mean he just want to fuck. But me personally, that's what I like.
I think it is pretty cool when women shoot their shots because it's like, okay, wow. Not to say that putting in the work is a bad thing,
Lame.
but the fact that I'm saying is, okay, shit, she's showing interest in me. You know what? Yeah, she's cute. I like her, whatever the case is, or we vibe, and shit just kind of goes accordingly. I don't think there's really an issue with it because, like you said, either way, whether he shoot his shot first and he still just want to fuck, or you shoot your shot at him and he just want to fuck, like there's really no difference in it.
And I disagree with that.
You gonna realize the bullshit. You gonna realize if it's bullshit once, regardless of who shoot they shot first. If it's some bullshit, you gonna realize it's some bullshit, and that's when game over.